The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style. From the highs to the lows, every story just explodes. Mike's got questions on the go, diving deep from head to toe. Every week the guests align, sharing moments so divine. Stay with us, the pace is fine. Every episode you'll find. The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style.
Division II title with Penfield. Over the last 3 seasons, they are 22-5-2. Presently, they're ranked number 2 in the DNC poll and will face Edison Tech tomorrow night in the Section 5 Class BB Finals. What makes this program click and tick? Let's take a look and see what we can find. Rich Lipani has brought a winning attitude to the Hilton Cadets by preaching dedication, hard work, and commitment to his players. A winning tradition is developed by a winning attitude that has taken the Hilton Cadet Football program to a new level. Assistant coaches Bill Harmon and Dan Bates help form the nucleus of this coaching staff that keeps this team in shape both physically and mentally throughout the season. Offensively, the team is led by quarterback John Starwald. John Starwald has led this offense to an average of 28 points per game. Tailback Tony Streb has rushed for 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns this season. Fullback John Crumley is an up-the-gut runner and has added 6 touchdowns on the ground and 100 yards through the air. Prime time, Mike Sherwin has 16 receptions for 320 yards and 4 touchdowns. Tailback Tim Starwald completes the rushing attack with 312 yards and 5 touchdowns. Sean Hearn, Jeff Dincher, Steve Marino, Ron Lobdell, Phil Trubia, Bob Streb, and Jeff Paulus anchor a powerful offensive line that has pounded out 2,200 yards rushing and provided John Starwald with plenty of time to throw. The defense has allowed just 12 points a game. The line is strong and fast, led by Bob Streb, Mark Schimmelhorn, Jason Emler, and Jason Bedford. Defensive ends Steve Marino, Cliff Manns, and Phil Trubia put pressure on the outside and give room for backers Jeff Dincher and John Crumley, along with Ryan Benson, to make the tackles. Mike Sherwin, Jeff Smith, Tim Starwald, John Starwald, and Paul Rossetti in the secondary round out the cadet defense that never gives up the big play. A talented group of seniors are as follows. Jeff Amon.
He's our punter and a backup quarterback for the whole year. Has done a great job punting, and Jeff is a leader that really tries to be a leader. He doesn't have a lot of playing time, but he's out there really trying to motivate and enthusiastic, and is very prepared to go in every game if need be. And he's been on our special teams most of the year and has done a great job.
Senior John Starwald.
He's had a great year. This is what we really expected out of him last year. And this year he's really come through and had a tremendous year. He's completed a great percentage of his passes for a lot of yards in key points of the game, a lot of big completions, and has been a great leader. And he's the key to our offense, getting the ball to the right people.
Paul Rossetti.
Paul was a starter for the beginning of the year, broke his thumb, and was told he wouldn't be playing again this year. But is a perfect example of what our team is. He really fought to come back and was supposedly going to play with a cast for a while, for the rest of the year. When he did come back, but he got rid of that and said, I'm not going to wear it anymore. I'm just going to play, and whatever happens, happens. And he's plays a lot in our secondary.
Jeff Smith.
Jeff starter on the defensive back, had a great year there. Also runs and plays a split end, and Smitty's one of those guys who finds a way to get the job done no matter what happens. Excellent athlete, and one of those guys around school. It's a great example for Hilton High School and what you'd like most of your students to be like.
Mike Sherwin.
Sherwin is, you guys call him prime time, and obviously he's making the big plays for us all year long. And I think, in my opinion, he's probably the most underrated player in Section 5. One of the best, least known players in Section 5. He's a great athlete, and he finds a way always to make the big play for us, and without him we'd be in deep trouble this year.
Streb.
Bob Streb, one of our top players, two-way player on all special teams, tough, one of the toughest kids we got, if not the toughest, and solid tight end, great blocker, and excellent defensive lineman, great wrestler, and the winner, and another one of the leaders we have, and one of our class people. Crumley is, in my opinion, the best player in our league, maybe the best player in Section 5. 3-year starter for us, the best player I've ever coached. He plays fullback, And besides running the ball well, he's a tremendous blocker. I mean, if you watch, he puts guys on their back all game long. He's a leader of our team, and he's been on our team for 3 years and been our best defensive player for 3 straight years. Won an award in the sectionals as a sophomore. Made the biggest play of the game, and 2 years ago in the sectional finals, stopped the Irondequoit kid on 4th and inches and get us back in the game as a sophomore. And it'd be nothing better than seeing him going on top again this year. He deserves it.
Jeff Dincher.
Jeff is one of our captains, offensive guard, defensive, plays linebacker. And he's been playing injured for the last couple of weeks, and has made it through many games hurt this year. Couldn't finish the Batavia game, but he's back this week, ready to go. Tremendous football player, great linebacker, great offensive lineman. He makes all our line calls, and great leader. Through his example of his heart of how much he plays injured, I think it's really spurs our team on and shows everybody what it's going to take to be, the beach sectional champions.
Phil Trubia.
Phil has performed beyond all expectations this year. He's a tremendous offensive guard. I can't believe how much improved he is. He's great. We've run behind him and Ryan Labdell for the most part, for most of the year. And Phil also is a great long snapper, if you notice, on our punts and extra points. And now he's playing a lot of defensive end and had an incredible interception last week to put an end to one of Batavia's drives. We took the wind out of their sails, I think. And Phil has improved 100% since last year. He's just a great football player. Really is.
Jeff. Steve Marino.
Steve plays offensive tackle, defensive end, and he's another one of our leaders, senior leaders. And Steve's had a great year, especially at defensive end. He's filled in the offensive line for us this year where we need another lineman. And he's never played there before, but he's filled in and has improved steadily throughout the year. And he's another kid who really leads our team and is a big reason why we are where we are right now tomorrow night.
Mike. Cliff Mans.
Cliff, again, didn't play last year, but luckily came out this year. Has had a big year for us at defensive end. Has blocked a bunch of kicks. He puts good pressure on the quarterback. Excellent athlete. Made a lot of big plays, and some of his plays have really helped us win a lot of ball games this year. So we're lucky to have Cliff come back out for the team this year.
Rich, I'd like to... Seniors Tony Lepore, Pete Ikas, Jason Hemrick, Mike Stefanucci, and Scott Sassone are also key contributors to the team. Along with Paulus.
Paulus is our first offensive lineman off the bench, and has seen a lot of playing time situations this year when guys have gotten, Jeff Dincher's gotten hurt or anybody else has got banged up. He started the Arcadia game, played the whole Batavia game last week, and is what you need. Every team needs role players, and he's accepted his role as our first lineman in. He's always prepared to go in, and when he gets in there, he's experienced. He's played all through his career here and started all, his sophomore and his freshman years, and he knows what he's got to do, and he gets the job done when he goes in. Benson is... Ryan's only his second year. We always kid him about that he should have come out as a freshman. He knows that. He's kicking himself now, and he's a pretty good ball player. But he missed those 2 years, and he's just catching on a lot of things that you need to learn as a freshman and sophomore. But he played a lot last week for Jeff in the sectionals. Did a great job. He started against Arcadia when Dincher couldn't play earlier this year at linebacker, and has not afraid to stick his nose in there. And one thing is going to give you 100% when he's in there.
John Crumley, Jeff Dincher, and Coach Rich Lipani had these words to say about the team. Tomorrow night, what's the ingredient for this team and this program's success?
Well, the team's got to come out and play hard football. They're going to come out hitting, and we just got to hit right back at them and play Hilton football.
And exactly for those viewers that haven't seen you guys play all year, what's Hilton football?
Grind it out on the ground, throw the ball when we got to throw, and just play with class and get the job done.
And how do you see your role tomorrow night as the fullback and the linebacker?
I know I got a pretty limited role at fullback, but I come out and block for Tony, which I love doing anyway, and I just hope to keep doing the same things that I've been doing all year.
And we've seen this year that you've run the football a lot more, and do you like that, and do you want to do that more in college as well?
I like running the ball. I don't know what's going to go on in college, though.
Okay, and the team's attitude last week, you came out fired up, focused from the get-go. You took it to Batavia the week previous against Irondequoit. Weren't as sharp for most of the game. What's the team's attitude been at practice and in school this week?
Well, it's been very good this week. Everyone knows it's a big game, and everyone knows that they got to come to play this week.
And Edison Tech, everybody knows they're #1 in the Section 5. They are defending Class BB champions. What do you know about their team that makes them the team that they are? Is it speed, quickness, strength, experience, or all those combined?
Well, they got a lot of returning starters from last year's BB champions, and they rely on their speed a lot, and we just got to contain them and stick it to them.
And what's it going to be like tomorrow waiting around to play this game? I mean, you got to be awful anxious. How's your teammates and yourself going to spend the time getting ready?
Well, we just got to relax and focus on the game and what's got to be done, and that's it.
And win or lose tomorrow night, what will you remember most about this 1994 football team?
Generally, the people on this team, that when they bring it together and play as a team and as a family, that's probably what I'll remember most, is how we play together.
The offensive line was sort of a question mark. They graduated a lot of linemen last year. Talking about the players, Lobdell, Trubia, Hearn, Paulus, and how they've stepped up their game this year.
They've done a great job. I never expected our offensive line to be this good. Tony's a great back, and we've been blocking great for him, and that's probably why we are here.
And as a team, what's going to be the key tomorrow night, the offense that you're taking out there on the field to put down this Edison Tech football team?
We just got to hit them as hard as they hit us. I feel Edison hasn't been hit this year, and we just got to play Hilton football, run the ball right down their throats, and if we do all that, we should win.
And as a captain, tri-captain this season, what's your leadership role been like?
It's just basically just to keep the team together, keep them psyched up before the game, keep the line focused, have everyone know what they have to do, and just execute the plays as good as possible.
Well, a component that leads to this program's success?
Well, we have, besides having great players, we have a good coaching staff and a lot of dedication in the off-season from the players, and that big commitment.
And on TV last night on Channel 10, I know you missed it a couple times, but you referred to, when you were being interviewed, that Hilton would have to play almost a perfect game tomorrow night. And what type of perfect game is that for the Hilton Cadets?
It just means turnover-free and major penalties. You can't have the 15-yard type penalties. And just control the ball and play the style that's gotten us here.
And how do you plan to stop a team that has the team speed of Edison?
Hopefully our guys will be in the right place, and when they give them the ball, we'll guess right, and our calls will be correct on defense, and when we get a chance to make a good tackle, we'll make it and not let them break free.
And this team has picked up its intensity each game in the sectionals. Irondequoit with a victory in overtime. Batavia, a very solid, complete win. Now Edison. Do you believe that this team has reached its full potential, or can they take it up another notch and take the victory home tomorrow night?
I think that last week we were building, and I think during the middle of the year we kind of had a lull, and we were, I think, kind of coasting along, and then we built it up again for sectionals. The Irondequoit game was tough because the second time they play somebody, it's tough to beat them. And Irondequoit had everything to gain that game, and we had everything to lose. And they came out and we're just loose and had played a great game. We were lucky to hang on, and hopefully that game showed us we needed to really improve. And against Batavia, obviously our kids played their best game of the year, and I think maybe we're starting to hit our peak now, hopefully.
Because throughout the season, the first 5 games, your offense was unstoppable, scoring lots of points. Stumbled a little bit against Athena Brockport, a little rough first half. So do you feel now that that team is back to its form that it was in the beginning of the season?
Hopefully, going by last week's game, it looks like it is. But I hope tomorrow night we can, against a great Edison defense, we can. I'm not expecting to score 30 points, but we can put some points on the board and give us still the chance to win.
And I read an article in the Grease Post, I think it was 2 weeks ago, in which you referred to you wanted to get to Fauver Stadium to prove that we belong there. You're there now. You do belong. What's your feelings now going into the sectional finals?
We belong. We hope to get there every year. And this year I think it's getting to the point where we're not happy just going there anymore. We want to go there and we're going to win. Anything less than a championship really won't be good enough anymore. So our feelings are we're playing the best team around Edison, and if we can beat them, that makes us #1.
And at the end of the season, whether it ends tomorrow night at Fauver Stadium, University of Buffalo, Carrier Dome, what will you remember most about this 1994 team?
I guess mainly our seniors. We have a bunch of kids that are just winners in everything they do, and whether it's be in school, football, basketball, wrestling, baseball, wherever they play, they always win. They find a way to win, and they're great leaders and they're dedicated and just great people, and that's, I think, going to carry over the rest of their lives, hopefully.
Okay.
Warm Saturday night in November on the carpet of Fauver Stadium. Two teams, one goal, a Section 5 championship. only one team would go home a winner. I ask you this, are you ready for some football?
Here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Class BB Sectional Final between the Edison Tech Inventors and the Hilton Cadets. Edison enters the game as the number 1 seed with a 9-0 record, and Hilton enters the game as the number 2 seed with a record of 8-1. Edison is coached by Mike Nally, Hilton by Rich Lipani. Edison participates in the City Catholic League. They are the defending Class BB champion. They defeated Arcadia last year for the finals. How did they get here? They defeated Brighton 40-6 in the first round and defeated Wilson last week 12-0. Defensively, they've only allowed 44 points all year, 3 shutouts. They're physical, fast, experienced. Nose guard Frank Weaver is very strong. Walter Clybourne and Terry Wilson, 45 yards rushing, 50 passing. Running back Calvin Reeves is tough, gaining 615 yards on the year. Shamar Johnson is tough with 505 yards. And number 44, running back Walter Clybourne, will also see time at running back. Their keys to the game: use their speed to make big plays on the offense, force Hilton to run inside, be physical, and intimidate. My name is Mike Heiss, and I'll be joined here by Eric Mezzopretti and Jay Heiss. Guys, we got a beautiful night for football. It's November. We got sweat jackets on. Section 5 Class BB final. The mics are on. Eric, you're on.
I'm on, Mike. Thanks for having me back again. Sorry I missed
Good to have you.
Football. But I'm looking forward to tonight's contest here with the Edison and Hilton. It is a beautiful night for football. And the keys to the game, I believe, is to contain Edison's speed, not to allow them to the outside, and for Hilton to take a ball control offense. They're going to have a hard time running to the outside against Edison Tech speed. But we're going to see the ground game with the Strep brothers, the Starwell brothers, and a grind-em-out football game. Jay?
I pretty much agree with all your statements there. There's an old saying that says you got to dance with the girl that brought you here. So I look for Hilton to run the ball and not change a whole lot just because they're playing the number 1 seed tonight with Edison.
And we'll take a break here for the national anthem.
The New York State Public High School Athletic Association and Section 5 are committed to promoting the ideals of sports.
Which team will receive this first kickoff to start the Class BB Sectional Final? We previewed Edison, now we'll preview Hilton. Hilton is coached by Rich Lipani. They participate in the Monroe County Division II. They were co-champions this season with Penfield. Back in '92, they won it all for their first sectional title. Last year, they lost to Greece Arcadia in the first round right here at the University of Rochester's Fauver Stadium, 14-6. How did Hilton get here? They had a thrilling overtime victory over Rondequoit, 27-21 at Hilton. And last Saturday, defeated Batavia 24-7 on this same carpet. Defensively, they give up 12 points on the average. John Crumley, the 2-time All-County player, is back again this season, and Jeff Dincher joins him at linebacker. Defensive line is extremely strong with Bob Streb, Mark Schermerhorn, Jason Emler, Jason Bedford will get time. Defensive ends Marino, Cliff Mans, and Phil Trubia, who had an excellent interception last weekend, will be there to anchor the defensive line. D-backs, number 21, Prime Time. He'll be back. Mike Sherwin, Jeff Smith, and Tim Starwald will be there. Lipani wants to force teams to pass. They feel like once they can force a team to pass, that makes their secondary much stronger. Offensively, 250 yards a game on the ground, 63 yards passing. Strab, 1,300 yards with 15 touchdowns. John Starwold on the year is 27 of 49 for 502 yards and 5 TDs. 55% pass completion. And Mike Sherwin is the prime receiver, prime time, 17 for 317 yards and 4 touchdowns. Guys, you're looking through the stat booklets. Those stats are not in the books. I came up with those before the game. Eric, first off, talk about this Hilton offense.
Well, the Hilton offense is going to be a grind them out again. It's more or less a strength and grind out against a speedier offense of Edison. But Coach Lipani, the game plan has been working for him all year long. There's no reason to change it now. He gets in there, he gets behind his offensive line. Coach Bates has put together a nice offensive line this year. They're not overly dominating physically, but they get the job done, and they've been effective all year round. The running game has always been strong for Hilton, behind Tony Strep. We got Starwells. We got the whole shooting match here. We're going to see it work. Jay?
Little comments on the Edison defense. From what I've seen, they haven't given up more than 6 points, I think is the highest this year. So I look for, if Hilton can get a quick touchdown on them, they'll be ready to go.
And to start this first quarter, Hilton will be kicking off. Their kicker is number 10, A.J. Pilato. He's a senior. And back for the Edison Tech Inventors, number 30, Terry Wilson, and number 44, Walter Clyburn. As I said previously, Edison participates in the City Catholic League. They did win the City Catholic this year. They're a perfect 9-0, ranked number 1 in the DNC poll. Hilton is number 2. Whoever wins this ball game, guys, number 1 in the Section 5, without a doubt.
Mark, what does the winner look forward to out of this contest? I'm not familiar with the playoff system of today. Do the winners advance on to the states?
That is correct, Eric. The winner of this Class BB game will go on for Class B and represent that team in the state playoffs next Saturday at the University of Buffalo. So there are another B game that was played earlier today, but that team was far back of the secondary points that would put them in the state finals. So the winner of this game, or the state semifinals, the winner of this game goes on to states.
Mike, we're getting ready for the kickoff here. There we go, and the approach and the kick. Going from south to north, fielded by the
Terry Wilson at the 10, runs to the middle of the field, hit at the 29 by, it looks like, the Incredible Hulk, number 23 on the tackle. For 5, Leonard Green, 1st and 10 at the 30. Fake to Shamar Johnson. It's picked up by Crumley at the 37, and there's the first big play of the game, Jay.
That really surprised me there that they came out throwing the ball, especially with the strength in their running game. What can you do? Maybe they're trying to get the element of surprise on Hilton there.
And Eric, comment on your man.
Besides you scaring the bejeebies out of me up here in the booth, I wasn't focusing on the play there, Mike. I was checking my notes on something. I understand Crumley picked it up by your tone of voice. Now we got Hilton, got the ball on the 35-yard line of Edison Tech, heading in.
And someone picked off a pass other than prime time. Eric, you missed prime time last Saturday, but maybe we'll see more of his work tonight. Wishbone formation. Tim Starwell gets the call, runs off the left side, maybe gain a couple.
And we see Lipani coming right out with his normal offense, Mike. It's just off tackle, between the tackles, however you want to do it. He's going to run the ball until it's stopped. We've got about a 2nd and 8 from the 32-yard line.
And one player that Coach Bates told me yesterday to watch from Edison Tech is the nose guard, number 70, Frank Weaver. He says he can give Hilton a lot of problems there. He's very quick and very strong and very physical, in which could give the Cadets problems. Tony, a pitch to the right with Starwell and Crumley out in front of him. Tries to bounce it outside with little luck. Maybe lost a yard. Tackle on the play by number 80, Shamar Johnson.
Mike, they're going to have a little problem running outside like that. Strap doesn't really have that type of speed to break to the outside corner. He went around that time off to the right-hand side, holding that ball like a loaf of bread. But you saw how Edison Tech strung it out and dropped him for a loss of about a yard. Now we're looking at 3rd down and 9.
Possibly passing situation here, but they come out in the double tight end set, Eric, that you seem to like out of this squad. Starwald fakes to his tailback, lofts it for Sherwin, and it's almost caught up down at the 10-yard line. Defended nicely there by number 20, Danny Speed.
That's a good look by Hilton. Pass protection was there. Fullback stepped up to take on someone sneaking it through. Good toss by Starwall. Almost came down with the ball.
And that'll bring up a 4th and 9. 10 minutes, 10 seconds left here. University of Rochester's Fauver Stadium. Number 1 seed Edison. Number 2 seeded Hilton. And we haven't seen Amon here, so they're obviously not going to punt the ball. They do go up. Split a receiver wide to the right. Looks like Lawrence Moten out there with his socks. I don't know what's going on, but Sherwin's over here to the left. Fake pitch. Hits Bob Strubb in the middle of the field at the 20, and he's down to the 16-yard line.
Boy, do they look crisp and sharp.
Whoa.
Crisp and sharp. I tell you, that's the best. Those 2 plays right there, Mike, is the best I've seen Hilton line up for a pass all year long. They came out, they were sharp on the pattern right there. That was a beautiful call by Coach Lipani.
Terry Wilson made the tackle at the 17-yard line. Jay, talk about that pass play.
Oh, it was just a beautiful reverse on Starwall to freeze the linebackers. It opened it up the tight end to slide underneath the coverage. Well executed all the way.
Tim Starwell splits out to the left side here. give to Crumley, the fullback on the right side. He battles forward for maybe a gain of 2 if he's lucky. 2nd and 8. And Hilton, with that, showing that pass, can try to keep Edison off guard because they're going to shoot people at Streb, who hasn't carried the ball. Well, he has carried the ball tonight once so far. But if you can throw that pass and make them think twice about coming up the next time.
Well, that's one of the keys, too, for Coach Lipani and the Hilton offense is to keep a good running game going. It's nice to mix in the pass, but they'll get Streb worked in the offense, don't you worry. You see Streb right there, had a loose handle on the ball. He takes it off to the left-hand side behind the left tackle and guard. Pick up about 2 or 3 yards. We're now looking at a 3rd and 4. 3rd and 3.
Yeah, going right over there on that left side by Ron Labdell. And I believe Dincher, the left guard. Of course, I got this screwed up here, but...
the big cat Labdell.
The big cat, Ron Labdell. And Phil Trubia, I was correct. 3rd and 3. Streb gets the call going on the right side, down to the 5, and in for the score! Hilton has struck first here in this Class BB Sectional Final. Streb went off the right side for we'll call it a 7-yard gain. I don't know, touchdown run. Couldn't have called it any better.
He looked good there again, Mike. He's running very quick, very hard. That was off the right-hand side again, following behind the right guard and tackle. He broke
Marino and
bounced
Dincher
it outside. Just low, high stepped it on into the end zone. Very costly turnover here in the early part of the game for Edison Tech.
And that it is. John Starwell doing holding. A.J. Plato with the extra point. We got movement here. I think Edison may be a little bit too over-anxious, Jay.
Yes, they are. It appears to be. It's so important to jump off in a big sectional game like this with a touchdown, especially when you're the underdog. I don't know what the line was on this game, but I heard Hilton was like about 3-point underdog. I stayed off it. No, that's a great start for the Hilton offense to show they can run the ball against Edison Inventors.
That is a good sign. Lipani noted as one of the keys this week's game, ball control, keeping that time of possession, and doing something with the ball every time they do have it on offense. Extra point again. Kick is blocked hard by number 86, Michael Hen. They were all over it.
All right, here we go again. Now Hilton's going to be kicking off the ball. What do you know about their returners, Mike? Earlier in the year, they were squibbing the ball quite a bit because there's always the threat of a dangerous returner. Does Edison Inventors have a dangerous return man?
In Channel 12's meeting with the coaching staff yesterday, we didn't quite go over the return teams, but
well, it looks like
they weren't afraid to kick it off to them the first time, so I think you'll see them kick it away again.
We have Terry Wilson and Walter Clyburn back deep for the Inventors, standing at their own 10-yard line. We'll see if one of them gets a nod here. Here's the kick.
Lotto straight down the field to the
fielded
left
by Terry Wilson at the 10-yard line. Bounces out of a tackle. It's dropped. Wait, we might have
we got a fumble on the carpet.
Like
we don't know who's got it.
Ball.
And Hilton does. Oh boy.
Gotta love it.
Number 30, Terry Wilson, broke away from the tackle of Bob Streb with a spin move, and the Incredible Hulk came out with a fumble recovery.
He's been down there twice so far. Big hits. Big hits. Special key player right there.
He is the Incredible Hulk. That's what he plays for.
I think he got sick of hearing about primetime last week. He's ready to get his name on the board.
He wants to get airtime.
Well, when did the primetime name come around? I missed it.
Mike Sherman last week, he had 3 interceptions and a touchdown. Number 21, like that number 21 for the San Francisco 40. No dance. He's got more discipline than primetime, the real primetime, but his actions spoke just as loud.
He wasn't out there slugging it out with the receiver or something,
No,
was he?
Jay thought we might see it at the end of the game, but au contraire. 1st and 10, 26-yard line. Cadets. Crumley, the fullback. Tony Streb gets the call, going right over. Crumley dives down to the 21-yard line. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Mike, Hilton looks entirely different than they did earlier in the season. Maybe it's the AstroTurf, but to me they seem a lot quicker down here tonight. Everybody, even the line is moving a lot quicker. They're firing off the ball so far here in the first quarter.
And we'll see how that does go as the game progresses. Right, it was raining earlier in the day. It's not raining right now. Decent temperatures.
The field might be a little bit slick though, Mike, because there's quite a bit of moisture left in the air. Almost looks like there's a little bit of a light glow on the carpet, as you say. We're now looking at about 2nd and 5 from the Edison 21-yard line. Field lines up in their I formation, got a man split out to wide to the right. See Crumley get the ball off to the left-hand side. Not much of a gain there. Pick up about 1 yard.
Walter Clybourne making the tackle on that, holding Crumley to maybe a gain of 1. 3rd and 4. And Coach Lipani also said yesterday when I spoke with him that this team has hits harder than he's seen in a long time, this Edison Tech team. And right there's some good pads popping with number 49, who likes to do a little bit of that himself. 3rd and 3, you think they'll go back to the passing game, guys?
No, I think he's going to keep it on the ground here. Looks like he's lining up in his double tight end set again with a full house backfield.
Strubb gets the call.
And he looks like he may have it, Mike.
He's close. He's down to about the 17-yard line. And that would be very close because I think that's where the spot is. But there we see the 4th down marker go up. 4th and about half a yard.
It looks like the stick man is sitting back off the field. I can't really tell where that is sitting there. It looks somewhere around the 15 or 16-yard line, but I can't quite make it out.
I don't know. We're going to have a timeout here by the Hilton Cadets, and with 6:05 left here in the first quarter, Hilton leads 6-0. Eric, it's time for you to fill the air.
That's all I am, full of hot air. I'm definitely getting no respect.
Well, that's not to bring that. We were talking about mascots for teams last week, and Jay asked me what's Channel 12's mascot, and I asked ourselves that, and Jay said, Rodney Dangerfield, and I said, why? Because we get no respect.
I don't think that's a bad call either, Mike, bringing out the offense.
Not at all.
Because they were going to punt it, and chances are it may have gone into the end zone. They would have only lost a net of about 20 yards anyways.
And Edison splits one receiver to the wide right. Give to Shamar Johnson.
Stuffed.
Nothing doing. Ryan Benson in on the tackle along with Emler and Mark Schermerhorn. Gain of about 1 yard, bringing up a 2nd and 9. Cadets on the defense looking tough.
Got just under 6 minutes to play here, Mike, in the 3rd quarter. Moving along quickly, we saw Hilton start to assert himself offensively. Hit a stumbling block there, but did show better signs of execution. Now we see him on the defensive side.
6-man front with the linebackers Crumley and Dincher. Jeff Smith covers the wideout. Shamar Johnson gets the call, gets over the 40 to the 39. Really, maybe a gain of a couple, bringing up a 3rd and long. We'll call it 7. Paul Rossetti will come in at defensive back, most likely in this situation. Jason Emler will come out of the ball game, and they'll go with a little bit more speed out in the backfield rather than as much beef on the front line. And Coach Lipani told me last night, he says, you guys are announcing as Emler being 270, 290? 317.
Come on.
He's gained weight during the year, I guess.
I just seen him rumbling, stumbling off to the sideline. I don't think he is at all a 319.
That's good. He's not the big cat, but he's a big dude. Well, 3rd and 6 maybe when it's lined up under center. Pitch to Shamar Johnson. It's up high, and it's recovered by Phil Trubia.
Very nice.
Recovers the fumble at the 42-yard line. Oh boy.
Looks good.
From Bell.
It looked like the quarterback was just rifling at his halfback there.
Drilled him right in the face mask. I mean,
didn't hit the numbers. It was just too high. I can't blame the runner on that one.
No. Yeah, Trubia with the interception last week, the fumble recovery this week. He's making his claim for the Yoo-Hoo Chocolate Drink Player of the Game.
Well, there's a lot of nominees right now. We still got a second half to play.
We sure do. Oh, boy.
Wait. What?
Prime time. Gets a little over anxious on that play. That also set back the Cadets 5, 1st and 15 from the 45-yard line.
I wonder about that one. I mean, none of the other players were even set.
I think he was the last one to get to the line, and he was there for maybe half a second. Said
maybe a small mental lapse. I don't know.
And,
I mean, I'm surprised. Is that even a non-call? I mean, no one's in a set position. I thought you could step over the line of scrimmage and get back. What the heck? Overeager is one thing.
And we'll set it back 5, as I said. 1st and 15. Tony Strab looks to bounce it outside and gets to the 45. Tackled by Walter Clyburn. And just an observation, Streb on most teams in the league can get it to the outside. Tonight, I think a lot of the times they're not intending to run outside of the tight end or the tackle. I think he's making his mind up to bounce it outside, and that's why they end up looking like they're trying to run outside. Right there, I think, was a good example. Get upfield. That's where they're getting the yardage.
He gets some penetration along the line, Mike. It causes him to bounce it outside. We mentioned that the defensive line is quick laterally.
Reverse. Tim Starwall breaks it over the 40 and down to the 40-yard line.
And the lateral quickness, again, it's causing some disruption oftentimes. The offensive line for Hilton is doing a very good job, I think, up front. And you see something here that seems to be a trend in this game, is that a lot of the counter moves and reverse action is playing well into Hilton's hands, because the Edison inventors are flowing so quickly to the ball. They're not heading on back the other way.
Good point. And when 3rd down comes up, it'll be a 3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line of Edison. Edison will show 5. There's a screen. It's completed to Crumley at the 40. He's down to the 38-yard line, but Edison obviously took the fake and came hard upfield before the screenplay developed. Starwood was lucky to get that one off without getting clobbered.
Well, I got a question, the formation on that one, Mike. When I was just taking that little head count there, it looks like they had the 5 interior linemen versus 6 defensive linemen and or backers. Unfortunately, they called it a decent play, but really didn't have any time to set it up.
And they'll go for it on 4th and 9 at the 32-yard line. 37, excuse me, of Edison. John Starwell will quick pitch. I think he was interfered with easily. I mean, that's a call, and there it comes in. Bob Streb, the intended receiver, was getting raked there by number 88, Kazi King.
Kazi King.
Kazi King. And I think this type of ball game, it's going to be the one who makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win it. You know, we had a lot of penalties and a couple of unsportsmanlikes. Here's a pass interference that's going to keep this drive alive.
He was definitely interfered with.
Definitely interfered with
in his formation.
Eric, if Channel 12 can pick that up, it's definitely pass interference. And that'll put it down to the 24-yard line of Edison. Cadets on the move here late in the 3rd.
First and 10, Mike, from the 24-yard line. You see Strep with the ball, pick up of about 4 or 5 yards on 1st down. The ball's going to be placed at the 21-yard line, approximately. Looking at 2nd and about 6.
And I just saw some jawing going on between Tim Starwall and number 52, Arthur Williams, and I don't think it was, hey, how's it going? Pretty nice night we got here going at Fauver Stadium.
Oh, Mike, I think it's starting to heat up a little bit. We see a lot of the freelance work by the inventors on the defensive side coming up, faking the blitz, running off at the mouth a little bit. I can't see what's going on. I can't hear what's going on. We see here Streb take the ball. Oh! Surf, he's got it.
And he picks it up at the 20. And he could get to the little guy go. Wait a second, what's the call? He was down on the fumble? The official call, and as our spotter said, I think this is a good makeup call. They're saying that Tim Starwald, his knee was down when the ball popped loose, because we're looking at 6 points the other way. First half, at the end of the 1st quarter, John Starwald, possible fumble versus a forward pass that went against the Cadets. This one is going to go for Hilton, and they'll retain possession. 3rd and 6. We'll wait and see.
Well, it's going to be a third down, Mike. About a third down and 1. They're obviously calling him down by contact. But Mike, there's something that's got to be known here is that until you hear that whistle, you gotta continue on with the play. And sometimes thereafter, but you can't just let the thing go. I mean, it happens. They got a touchdown on it in the first half. I don't know. Are they allowed to advance a fumble
Yeah, I think so in high school.
at the high school level?
Where can't they? I mean, because I know there are some reasons, like somewhere.
Well, I don't really know, Mike.
I know that's odd because I thought I saw something a couple weeks ago in a college game where.
You can't advance. I think they call it a muff.
Okay.
Don't ask me to explain
we'll
it
call this
different.
whole line of conversation a muff because I don't.
I wish you'd edit this from the whole tape.
We'll try. Right off from the get-go, right?
All I know, it's third down and 1. The ball is at the Edison 17. Hilton putting together a substantial drive here.
And we're going to have an official's timeout. I know what we know, not 4.
We see him with 2 wideouts, Mike. I formation. Straight dive to Crumley is going nowhere.
He's not going to get it. 86, Hendricks in on the tackle. I mean, the guy is crazy out there. He just is fired up. And then he gets right back on the field and makes a big play.
As I said earlier, Mike, he is an emotional player out there. We see him in his rantings and ravings, but you got to give him some due credit. He is causing a disturbance out there, causing a little problem for the Hilton offense. And that's the end of the third quarter, Mike. Went relatively quickly. We saw a little bit of positive action for Hilton. Got their offense working a little bit. They got a good drive going now. Ball's going to be placed on the 17-yard line. Now heading in the opposite direction towards the southern end zone. Let's hope they come out, Mike. Put a couple points on the board here.
It's going to take a couple points. Otherwise, guys, we're going to be looking at another overtime game. And 2 overtimes in the one season. Be still my heart.
Well, we heard Dick Cerrone at halftime talking about the overtime system. We all have our opinions. We obviously vented our own. I didn't realize that he was listening to our broadcast at the time.
He's a big fan.
They're all big fans. It was a pleasure to have him here this afternoon, or this evening, commenting on Section 5 and the playoff system. I myself, again, would prefer to see the 4-team system that we've had in the past. I think the 4 best teams deserve to go without the threat of being upset by a lower-seeded team.
Did you read that right out of Lipani's playbook? Because that's exactly what his opinion is on the 4-team. He likes the 4-team format. He says you put 8 teams in there, you're going to have some teams that are better than the lower seeds, and they get upset in the first round, i.e. Hilton almost getting upset by Irondequoit. Team plays out of their tree, and they get to go to Fauver Stadium the next week. You look in Class A, on Fairport, Pittsford knocks off Webster in the first round. Gates gets knocked off, even though it's a 5 versus a 4. Pittsford's now in the finals against Fairport.
I know. I guess I got the idea about that during National Hockey League. They usually send 18 teams into the playoffs, and you get a lot of the better teams that are upset. I suppose Davy and Goliath, but
4th and 2. Tipstaller gets the call, and he is going to be stopped short. I don't think he got even down to the 15-yard line. Eric, I didn't mean to interrupt you on your comment here, but we had a crucial 4th and short situation. Edison comes up big on that play. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 15.5-yard line.
Geez, Mike, that is awful close for a measurement. I didn't quite realize it was 4th and 1, Mike. I was rambling on there. But I still think that's close enough for a measurement, at least from our perspective.
Well, I thought like the first down marker was past the 15, and I thought clearly he didn't even get to the 15, which by the spot he didn't. But once again, we're not officials. Clyburn in motion. Calvin Reeves, the carrier, up for 4.
Calvin Reeves got that ball behind the motion man, number 44. He cut it up off the right-hand side of his offensive line. Calvin Reeves followed behind him, picked up about 4 yards on that first down. Now looking about 2nd and 6.
And this is just a game of battle of the defenses. The offenses really aren't doing a whole lot, not getting a whole lot of yardage. The one touchdown for Edison came on account of their defense, as they've been so strong all season long, allowing just 44 points. Clyburn again in motion to the right side. Give to Reeves. Gains 2. He'll be 3 yards short of the first down. Crumley is there. Help from Tim Starwald and Schumahorn.
Crumley's been a little bit quiet. We haven't heard his name come up too much tonight. I think he's playing a solid game. He hasn't been making the spectacular plays that I'm accustomed to, but he's playing a very solid game, as is both the entire defensive unit. Obviously, with the score being 6-6, both sides are doing a defensive job tonight.
And this is a 3rd and long 3 for Edison at the 22-yard line. Green goes under center. Clyburn this time goes in motion to the left. Give to the tailback.
It's going to be close, Mike, to a first down. It looks like he was dropped just beyond the 25-yard line.
Yep.
Wait for the official signal.
And that was Bob Streb dumping him right at about the 26-yard line. And this will be a measurement here. And Bob Streb wanted me to clear something up last week during our broadcast. The Batavia quarterback Antonor got drilled on a play on one of Primetime's interceptions, and in the process of watching Primetime, we forgot to see which defensive lineman it was that drilled the quarterback, and he made it perfectly clear last night that it was him. And so, Bob, nice job, but you still don't get the Yoo-Hoo Chocolate Drink Player of the Game. And the measurement produces a first down for produces. The measurement produces something. And we're getting some talking to the officials here.
Resulted in a first
down.
Now we got 1st and 10, the ball just beyond the 25-yard line. Edison lines up to the ball, double tight end set. The 44 goes in motion. And we see the handoff to number 30.
Terry Wilson gets over the 30, up to the 32-yard line. Crumley's there making the stop.
And we haven't seen his number called that much tonight, Mike.
Nope.
And supposedly he is the one of the key ball carriers for the Inventors. I don't know what his yardage is on the year, but that can only be the 2nd or 3rd time this game that he's carried the ball.
I just think that they can give the ball to practically anybody in that backfield. There's got 4 or 5 guys back there that they can give it to. Right now they're facing a 2nd and 4 situation. Clyburn, he'll probably go in motion as he does right here. Fullback Reeves, he'll get the call. He's hit by Emler and bounces outside further and gets a couple. Brought down by Steve Marino and Ryan Benson.
Marino did a good job at plugging up that end of the line of scrimmage. Now we see number 72 and big Jason Emler.
317 pounds.
Delicious chocolate pudding.
We got a 3rd and 1 here. 3rd and 1 for Edison. They like Reeves here in this situation at the fullback. Truvia moves over to the right defensive end. Claiborne goes in motion. Give to Reeves. He's met hard there by Benson initially, and Crumley buries him, and this is going to be close, but I don't think he got it.
We're right in line with this one, Mike. I think he got the first down.
I think with that spot he's going to also.
That was a big stick, but it's forward momentum. I have to say, you can hear the barnyard chant behind me here by the Hilton faithfuls, but he did pick up the first down from my perspective.
And you know what I think is he had so much. When he jarred in there, I mean, he was going obviously very fast and had his shoulders down going forward, but he went back equally, if not faster, than he came forward. So I think that's why Hilton's all upset because they thought they stopped him. But in a sense, it's all that initial thrust. First down, 37. Terry Wilson bumps into his own blocker and is dumped at the 35-yard line.
You got it stacked up on the right-hand side, Mike. He did negative yardage on that one. We're going to be a loss of 2. We're going to have a 2nd and 12. A host of Hilton defenders, Mike, were in on that tackle. Ball is just beyond the 35-yard line.
And we're under 7 minutes left to play in this Section 5 Class BB final, and I honestly think that this has all the makings of another overtime playoff situation. We'll see. 2nd and 11. Fake pitch. Give it back to Claiborne. He gets out over the 50 and is knocked down at the 47-yard line by Tim Starwall.
Just you had to open your mouth and curse the Hilton defense. Little counter action there, Mike. Looked like they faked the pitch, brought it back around, gave it to the man on the inside. He went rumbling for about, God, that had to be about a 20-yard gain.
He's all the way down to the 46-yard line. They're in business. Claiborne in motion. Pitch to Wilson. Gets around quickly. He's at the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. A gain of 8. And this Edison team is starting to heat up.
They're starting to show their speed here. Now we can see Wilson carrying the ball quite a bit. We got Calvin Reeves at the fullback spot. We always see the same continuous motion by number 44, Walter Clyburn.
And it's strange because Shamar Johnson was to be such a big part of this offense. In the second half, we haven't seen him do a whole lot. And right now, Terry Wilson is the featured back. Hilton crowd making a chant of defense here at the University of Rochester's Fauver Stadium. Defense has to come up big on this drive. We're under 6 minutes left to play in the ball game. Leonard Green gives to Terry Wilson. He spins, breaks a tackle at the 35, and he's open in this clear. Primetime's the only one that can stop him. Gets him at the 10, and he can't reel him down. He goes in for the score all the way from 37 yards out. That was just brute speed and brute toughness from the 10-yard line on down. He stiff-arm Primetime, kept him rolling, kept his feet chugging, and just thrusted that ball over the goal line in the left corner.
We saw as a linebacker for the Hilton Cadets come in on a blitz. I didn't catch the number. It may have been Crumley. He got picked up, and the play actually broke back to where he had vacated, cut back against the grain, and there was nothing but green between him and the end zone. We saw 21, Sherwin trying to drag him down, but just wasn't enough support behind him. Ball was able to break the plane. It's not a problem, Mike. There's still over 5 minutes to go in the game. Hilton's offense isn't that explosive that they can afford to lose that much more time before putting some points up. They're going to have to get a well-sustained drive on this next series and take it the distance.
At practice yesterday afternoon, Lipani in his final speech at the end of the practice said, give this team the 5, 10, 15, 20-yard plays, but don't give them the big plays. He says, because that's what they thrive on. Getting the outside, getting the open, busting 80-yard touchdowns. That one, granted, is only 37 yards for a score, but it was awful huge as there's only 5 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the game. Brute speed and made a nice spin move and off to the races.
By far for Edison in this game, besides their turnovers to Hilton. That was by far the biggest offensive play they've had tonight. Hilton hasn't been giving them much more than the 5 yards, the 7 yards, and that was a big one at 37.
And I think we'll see Edison here attempt a 2-point conversion, being up 12-6. And once again, the tunes here at Fauver Stadium are right on. Eric, last week, great tunes too, I'm telling you.
Right on? Groovy?
Right on.
Is that right, Greg Brady?
Groovy, Fonzie, oh yeah.
Well, we see it lining up. Looks like they're going to be going for the 2-point conversion, Mike.
Shamar Johnson's out to the right.
Which would give them a 14-6 advantage.
Reeve is a single setback. Guarino pass, looking left. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's there, pursued by Marino. And he's tackled out of bounds by number 44, Schermerhorn.
That was a gamble on the part of the coach for Edison. I mean, you could have went up, tried to kick the field goal, and you'd be up by 7 points, thereby forcing Hilton to go for 8 if they wanted to win, provided they got the ball in the end zone. Now you're going to give them a chance to at least tie it by just crossing the end zone. They can go for the win with the field goal. We haven't seen much of Edison's kicking game here. I don't. Maybe I'm suspect of it because I haven't seen it.
You're suspect of it anytime, Eric. You kidding me? Yeah, we got 5 minutes and 18 seconds left here at Fauver Stadium of the University of Rochester for the Class BB Sectional Final between Hilton and Edison. Edison with a 37-yard touchdown run by Terry Wilson moments ago took the lead 12-6 as the 2-point conversion attempt failed. They huddle up now to go back and kick the ball to Hilton. Hilton has moved the ball decent in the second half. Last time they had a 4th and short, they were stopped. Edison drove it down the field for the score.
And now you look back in retrospect, Mike, they had 4th and short play where they were stopped down here at the Edison end of the end zone, or the field that it was. Could turn out to be major. They came away with no points. Edison gets the ball back, drives the length of the field, just about puts 6 points on the board, now taking a 12-6 lead. But the important thing for Hilton, remember, is not to panic at this point. There's still a little over 5 minutes to go. They get a well-sustained drive, they can put the points on the board.
Simmons will kick off. It's taken by Prime Time at the 25, right directly up the field, almost loses the ball. Bounces out up to the 40-yard line. Good field position. 5:12 left in the ball game. At least regulation. They'll have a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Good field position to start this drive. They
Excellent.
needed that. He had me a little concerned there. I thought, and I think he thought he lost the ball. Somebody went by, it looked like they were taking a swipe at it. They can't afford to turn the ball over here.
We've just had word from our statistician that Hilton has about 88 yards total offense. You consider some passing yardage were good, but they also had some sacks as well. So when you're averaging about 280, 300 yards of total offense a game,
we're talking 88 positive yards of
88
offense
positive yards in the game. Edison, on the other hand, will probably be a little bit more than that, but maybe not a whole lot. Here, Tony Strab gets the call. He may lose a couple yards. Simmons in on the stop for Edison Tech, and they're just getting fired up now. And he lost 2 on that. 2nd and 12. Starwald comes into his huddle and make the play. Starwald being the senior, the leader of this team over the last 2 seasons. Takes his team up to the line of scrimmage. His brother Tim Starwald splits out to the right. Bob Streb, the tight end on the right. Fake pitch to Tony. Pass over to Sherwin. He goes up for the catch.
Geez.
Can't come down with it at the 45.
A well-executed play. He didn't come down with it, though. Very close to an interception. That ball bouncing around out there. Now we're looking at 3rd down, Mike, and about 12. This could be trouble here. Because as I mentioned, they don't have that explosive offense. They have a more grinded out type of offense. And they need all the time they can get. Let's hope that Hilton can pick up the 1st down here or get very close to it.
Tony Streb lines up deep in the eye with Crumley. Pass, Starwald, looking for Sherwin, he's complete, prime time, down to the 15-yard line. You wanted prime time, you got prime time. Big reverse.
Explosion. There we go.
John Starwald, oh, beautiful, just stood up strong, hit him on the left side of the sideline. Beautiful catch, takes it down for 15 more yards. Hilton in business, 1st and 10 at the 15.
What am I talking about? No explosion.
Oh my Lord.
Give credit to the offensive line, Mike, because he had all day back there. He had a couple fakes. He still had time to set himself and throw that ball downfield.
But you know what? That was one heck of a pass by John Starwald. I tell you, that was right on the money.
That's it. Sherwin did a good job of dragging 2 defenders about 10, 15 yards.
It was awesome. Can they push it in here from the 15-yard line? We'll wait and see.
This could be the spark they needed. This is where we see Streb come alive right now. I guarantee it.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Jeff Smith splits wide to the right side. Tony Streb will get the call in the backfield. He gains 2 down to the 13. Crowd. Ooh.
Little shot of adrenaline here in the old Hilton crowd and in the Hilton booth.
Oh boy, I tell you, whenever Primetime gets the ball, you know something's going to happen. And
no dance. I think he wanted to put that in the end zone, but we would have had a little dance.
I almost thought he was going to once he caught that because he had a 5-yard lead on the defender, but Primetime kept his feet in bounds, kept his legs churning, down to the 15. 2nd and 8 here. Bob Streb, the tight end on the right side. Tony Streb gets the call, going over to that right side. Oh, and that Edison defense just getting stingy and tough. Oh my!
That's 2 plays right into the Lions' den, right into the teeth of the Edison defense.
The teeth of Michael Hendricks.
Now we got another 3rd down situation. It's going to be a 3rd and 8. Ball placed at the 12-yard line, 12 or 13-yard line. And apparently, Mike, the moisture is gathering out there. I see the official wiping off the ball. We see the center for Hilton running up to the line of scrimmage, wiping his hands down.
Now, what do you guys think is going to be the call here? They got a 3rd and 8. They don't have to get a touchdown. They do have that nice play where they pitch it to Tony Streb and John Starwood kicks out into the flats. I'm also thinking that what's worked nice tonight is the fake pitch to the back and throwing like a slant pattern to Sherwin. Granted, you don't have as much room to work with down here on the 12. I don't know.
Right, I don't think you're going to see the old the pass or from
Pitch
Streb
pass.
back back to Starwell. I think that's too gutsy down here.
And granted, you got 2 downs to get 8 yards. Granted.
I like your idea of the slant type pass, Mike, with the fake, but we'll see what Coach Lipani. We may end him just straight running again.
Nope. Starwell backs the pass, looking for Sherwin. And the pass is short, intended of his brother at the 10-yard line, Tim Starwell. Ooh. Very dangerous. In this Edison defense, you can tell why they're ranked #1 in Section 5. They just have extremely tough defense. They don't give up the big play, and they don't give up yards very easily.
That was an ill-advised pass, I think, right there, Mike. #1, he wasn't open. #2, it wasn't thrown very well. It looks like Tim Starwell kind of is cut off his pattern. Was more or less standing still at the time his brother John threw the ball to him.
And we'll see here what John Starwell can come up with. He had a great pass last time. He brings this offense up with a 4th and 8 situation at the 13-yard line. This could be the game. Fake to Crumley. Pass to Bowser. Oh, man! Oh, boy!
Hey, 86! Put your helmet back on. We still got a game to go.
Bob Streb comes up with a touchdown catch at the goal line. Fake to Crumley on the dive. Look to Bob Streb. He was open. Starwold hit him with a perfect strike. It's tied up at 12 apiece. It's 2:12 left in the 4th quarter. This Hilton team kicks this extra point, plays defense for 4 plays. They're looking at a sectional championship.
Let's see them go for the put the points out. Let's put this thing over with. Put a nail in the coffin.
Well, I'm telling you, the Edison players are acting like the game's over. There's 2:12 left here.
Well,
A.J. Pilato's going to come in.
A little over emotional. You know, never take your helmet off on the field until the game is over. #1. #2, don't get down on your hands and knees. The game isn't over yet. It's tied up, 12-12. You still got time to get the ball after this.
I'm telling you, but what a great play call by Lipani. I mean, he faked to Crumley, and then, you know, everyone's flushing over to the right side of the defense if you're on Edison's side, and he just looked like he almost did a straight pattern right down the field and snuck behind all the defenders.
It was do or die right there, Mike. I'm surprised we didn't see that 2 plays earlier when it was 2nd down and 3rd down and 8. I thought we'd see that type of play out of them. Gutsy call. Great call.
Great call. A.J. Pilato, he's all alone at the 27-yard line. This extra point could put Hilton back on top, 13-12. It's 12-12 all right now. Oh,
come on, AJ.
I still can't get over that touchdown, guys.
AJ, no pressure on you at all right
You do
here,
not need to adjust the volume on your television set. That loud burst by Eric Mezzopreti and Mike Heiss was just excitement.
AJ, just put that ball between the posts, baby. That's all I ask you right now.
John Starwell will make the hold. I want the crowd. I think they should get a little bit quieter. They need concentration on this play. Edison did block the first one on the first touchdown, and we'll see what happens here. Snap is down. Kick is out.
Oh, God, I can't.
Oh, boy. Oh my, Edison just comes up with another block on the extra point, and what seems to be the easiest play is becoming very difficult for the Hilton kicking team. I really don't think there's any chance Pilato could have gotten that over it. Jay, you had an insight on what happened?
Oh, I just noticed that their whole defensive line was standing up. I don't know if they got a little head start there to come in with more power. It certainly was effective. We've seen that tonight once already.
And guys, I'm telling you, we said it at halftime. It's an intense game. It's coming down to an intense finish, and we're looking at a OT, as Jay's spelling it out, in the air. And we don't like the overtime situation, so we'll live with it. But right now, Hilton did have the golden opportunity to go up on top there. Just couldn't make it.
It's all right. Lipani's over there right now, Mike. Patting his teammates on the head, telling them, all right, you guys are back in this thing. You got a second life right here. It's unfortunate, though, but that did come back to haunt them. I alluded to it in the first quarter, Mike, where they're getting penetration along the line on this kick. We saw a close block on a punt, and we saw a block on a field goal try. We see it right here on the extra point attempt. Mike, we only got 2 minutes, 12 seconds left in the regulation fourth quarter. There's plenty of time here for Edison to put a sustained drive together, especially with the quickness they have in the backfield. They get a couple big yardage gains like we saw in their last touchdown drive. They'll be back in business. We got to make sure that Hilton holds them down to those 4 and 5 yard gains.
Smart Johnson takes it at the 10, muscles up to the 25, where he's met by a host of Cadet defenders. Incredible Hulk being one of them. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, 2 minutes and 3 seconds with which to engineer a drive. I don't know what their kicking game's like. I don't think they really do have it. You know, I mean, they went for 2 on the first play. Didn't even think twice about kicking the extra point, so they'll go for broke on this drive.
Ooh, unfortunate turn of events for Hilton, though. I thought we had it wrapped up, Mike. We'd be home early tonight. We're just going to have to wait for them chicken wings and beer at Richmond's.
That's right. I'm treating the Channel 12 staff pending a Cadet victory. Cadet defeat, I still treat the Channel 12 sports staff. Just more beer. I mean milk and cookies. 1st and 10, 25.
They got a fake pitch.
They're going for it. Oh, and it's down by Reeves, and it goes over his hands. Defended nicely by Sherwin with help from Tim Starwald. 1 minute, 37 seconds left here in the ball game. Regulation, that is.
There's a different look at a number 4, Calvin Reeves. See him coming down out of the backfield for a pass play. Well defended by the Hilton Cadets.
That forces Edison into a 2nd and 10. Oh, let's think here. They've looked okay on the pass right now, but I mean, why you don't want to be too risky, because you know you can go in overtime and basically roll the dice and see what happens. Flip a coin. Pitch to Wilson. He'll go over the right side. He's got lead blockers. Cuts inside of 2 Cadet defenders. Up for a gain of 9.
Ball's going to be placed, Mike, at the 34-yard line. Look out, about 3rd down and 1.
I believe Ryan Benson, number 40, was in on the tackle for the Cadet defense on that play. Minute 10 and counting left here in the ball game. My hand's starting to shake, guys. I don't know.
Got just over a minute, Mike. By the time they get this play off, I don't know what timeouts they got, but I think we are coming to overtime.
I think we are. And how ironic. The Cadets started their sectional play with an overtime, and the fate could be decided by another. Kelvin Reeves gets the dive. He breaks open over the 50. Watch out. Nice ankle tackle. The Cadets still had one more defender. They're looking for a timeout. Edison. And Tim Starwell made a nice tackle.
Mike.
Whoa.
That's what we got to stay away from right now. Is busting a long gainer like that. Keep them down to those 3 and 4 or 5 yard gains. I don't know how many timeouts Edison Tech has left.
I think that was either their last one or that was their second to last, but 42 seconds left. It did appear as if they were playing for overtime, but you bust a big play like that, get down to the Cadet 48. and you're back in business again. "42 seconds left." For those fans just joining us, of course, no one was just joining us because everybody's already watching us, but there's a 12-12 tie in the Class BB Sectional Final. So for those that have been following us the whole game, you're probably getting sick and tired of me repeat the same thing over and over again. And they probably do want to go watch the news or flip over to, let's see what else we got on. ER, Chicago Hope, one of those doctor shows. But this has been one heck of a ball game here. Defensive battle, 6 points, 6-6 tie at halftime. Crucial touchdown or controversial touchdown by Edison in the first half. And right now, Cadets just came back with a 13-yard touchdown strike from John Starwall to Bob Streb, making the score 12-12. Extra point once again was blocked by that special team play of Edison. 1st and 10, as I said, at the 48. Green is back to pass. He's got good protection.
Launching it, Mike.
Right down
Pick that off, baby.
Prime time. Prime time. Prime time. Out there, the 19-yard line. Sherwin will preserve overtime.
Prime time for overtime.
That is exactly what it's going to be.
33 seconds, though, Mike. We got a chance.
That's right. We didn't think they had any big plays left in them, and all of a sudden Sherwin has a big 40-plus gain on a pass the last time. Clock starts to run down to 30. And I'm glad we had Dick Cerrone at halftime because I think we summed up the overtime situation very well and what it comprises and what it means to teams. Hilton's not going to run a play. They're going to go into overtime. And so will Channel 12. It's extended our budget a few more dollars, but hey.
Speaking of that, who's reimbursing me on my expense account for the $4 it cost me to get into this game?
You should have brought your Channel 12 press pass and you would have gotten in for free. Membership has its privileges.
That's true.
And the Cadets will take the 5-yard delay of game penalty. They'll get back 5. Starwald will get the exchange from the center, hit a knee. We'll have conversation between coaches and officials. They'll make the rules perfectly clear, which I think it's good that in overtime this year the format is listed out in the program. So.
Well, my only request, Mike, is that they bring it down here to the southern end of the field so we can see it a little more clear.
And that is the end of the ball game. The Cadets 12, Edison Tech Inventors 12. We'll go to overtime. For those of you who have never watched a high school overtime, this is basically how it goes. Both captains from each team go to midfield. There's a coin toss. The team that wins has the choice of either being on defense first or being on offense. The team that is on offense, the ball is placed at the 10-yard line. They have 4 plays of which to score a touchdown or kick a field goal. A touchdown, once it's made, an extra point can be attempted if it's needed in order to break the tie. A field goal can be attempted on any down, and if the defensive team is to stop the offensive team from scoring on their first 4 plays, Team B, being the defense, takes over with 4 plays. If they score a touchdown or kick a field goal, they are the victor. If nobody scores on the first 4 plays from each team, we go it again. Eric, we know, or the community, the Western Monroe County knows how Channel 12 feels about overtime.
Well, and the same token, Mike, it does add a certain bit of excitement to it, only because everything is brought to the forefront that much sooner. You don't see the teams battling back and forth at midfield. You know, this game here tonight, that's 12-12 at the end of regulation. Neither team really asserting themselves offensively. Big plays seem to be the way to put the points on the board. At least with this type of overtime format, you line up at the 10-yard line. Who can put the points on the board, I guess. I have just another question, Jay. Maybe you can answer this for me, and I'm not sure, maybe not. Do you get a chance, if you line up at the 10-yard line, you got 4 plays to score. What if you score on all 4 plays? Is it a cumulative point total?
No, if you score on the first play, that's it, you get 7, then they get their 4 plays to go from there.
Okay. And then they just keep going until the tie is broken then?
Exactly.
And I'm looking in the overtime system for breaking football ties. As Dick Cerrone told us at halftime, it's been in existence for over 20 years. There are 8 rules down there. The 9th rule is don't listen to anybody on Channel 12 and their opinions or comments about the overtime system. We've been banned from the Section 5 program, but needless to say, we're here. And maybe one advantage going into overtime right now is the Cadets have experienced it once. They know the pressure. Edison, as far as we know, has never had an overtime game, obviously this season, because they only do use it for the sectionals. And they've blown out Bright, and they beat Wet Wilson their second game, 12-0.
See the Hilton Cadets on the far side of the field gathering around their coaching staff, all raising a hand and or a helmet. A little camaraderie there. I wish them the best of luck in this overtime system. Hope they come out victorious, Mike.
And yardage on the game, Tony Streb, 20 carries for 58. Tim Starwell, 9 for 35. Crumley, 5 for 9. Scoring summary, if you want to hear it, goes like this. 8:31 left in the first quarter. Tony Streb from 9 yards out. Extra point is blocked. Second period, 1 minute 37 seconds left in the quarter. In the half, an interception / fumble recovery. We're not sure what it was. I believe it was a fumble recovery by Edison. 6-6 tie as their 2-point conversion failed. Fourth quarter, had a couple scores within 3 minutes of each other. 5:18 left in the game. A 37-yard touchdown run by Terry Wilson put Edison back on top, 12-6. Their 2-point conversion attempt failed. Hilton came back with 2:12 left in the fourth quarter and a 12-yard touchdown pass from John Starwald to Bob Streb. Pilato's extra point was once again blocked, and that's where we stand right now with a 12-12 tie.
Hilton has their tri-captains ready to come out to the center of the field to make that towing cost determination. Doesn't look like Edison quite has the organization yet. They're talking to their coach. Maybe they're getting an idea of what plays they want to run from the start.
Ones that work.
I imagine Coach Lipani is going to open up his offense again down here. We saw it with the remarkable fourth quarter touchdown by Crumley with the pass. Maybe we see it open up a little bit down here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bob Streb.
I'm sorry, Bob Streb.
I don't know. It's this will be exciting. We're being calm right now, but in about another 5 minutes, this booth will be rocking and rolling.
One way or the
Saying,
other.
oh man, oh good job. Oh no, I don't know. Captains go to midfield for the coin toss. We're at University of Rochester's Fauver Stadium. And coming up at the end of the ball game, we'll have the Yoo-Hoo Chocolate Drink Player of the Game. And right now, it's up for grabs. I say Cadets win. The one that makes the big play, that's the one. Or Eric, I know you're going to look at it and say, hey, Mike, that offensive line has done a great job for us.
I say right now, you got to give the nod to Bob Streb.
Obviously. He's made the biggest play right now.
All right. To this point in the ball game, he has got the biggest play.
And we can't. It was a great pass, too. I mean, Starwood has done a good job this evening on passing. He's done a good job all year, completing about 55% of his passes for over 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. Team doesn't rely on the pass, so, it's hard to fault anybody about a passing game. So, but tonight, when they needed it, it came up big with a pass to Sherwin and the pass to Bob Streb for the score. And Edison's looking over to their coaches saying, hey, what do you want us to do, Coach?
Well, I think they're checking out the wind conditions, Mike. I don't think it's going to play any factor at all. It seems to be blowing straight across the field, east-west, judging by the banners on the opposite fence. So I don't think it's going to play a effect either way.
Because both teams are going to go put the ball on the same 10-yard line, going in the same direction. So the thing that I just think is so weird about it is you can kick a field goal, and I that's what I don't really like, because you can kick it on any down. I mean, if you got a good kicker, hey, why don't you go right in there, put the ball at the 10, fire up a 25-yard field goal, and then play the defense. I know, obviously, the other team still has a chance to score a touchdown to defeat you.
And that's was going to be my next point, Mike, but since you already corrected yourself, I'll let you.
Well, basically what it was trying to fill the time, Eric, and then I was thinking as I was speaking, which is awful scary when you're me. So.
Well, let's have a moment of silence.
That's about enough, don't you think?
And during our bantering, we seem to have missed who won the coin toss, Mike. Coin toss.
You know, that
Coin
phrase
toss.
is screwed up so many times. Coin toss, coin toss. I mean, I've heard like 5 different people this year say coin toss, coin toss. Shut up, shut. And here we go, folks, for overtime.
And of course,
Hilton,
it's down at the northern end
and
of
of
the field.
course it is. And Hilton will go on defense first, as they did against Irondequoit. They do have the experience of the overtime situation. Both defenses have been very, very tough tonight, so it's going to be hard to tell who's going to burst in there from the 10. I believe Hilton does have a better kicking game because we haven't seen anything out of Edison. But so far, Edison has stuffed both of their extra point attempts, so the kicking game probably won't even be brought into play. I don't know.
Well, this is where Hilton's got to suck it up right now. I mean, we saw a lot of big gains by the Edison Tech inventors on the ground in the fourth quarter, especially. They got to get right back out and stuff them as they did in the first half of the ball game.
And
because either their running backs, Calvin Reeves,
Shamar Johnson,
30,
Terry Wilson.
Any of them go 10 yards on you in a heartbeat.
And it'll be interesting to see how Edison takes on this overtime situation. They have the ball first. They will have 4 plays of which to either score a touchdown or kick a field goal. And then if they hold Hilton on defense, they are the victors. Pitch to Terry Wilson at the 15. Jumps over to the cadet defender. He's down to 5-4. And no!
Body slam.
Oh, man. That was a total body slam.
But a good gain. He picked up, it looked like 9 yards.
I think that was prime time on the tackle, boys. Gained a lot of yards on that play. He's down to the 1 yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1 without prime time. In overtime.
A little disruption there. He leaped over a Hilton defender on his way to a 9-yard pickup. Looking at 2nd and goal from about the 1 yard line. Safe to assume, Mike, that they're going to put it in the next 3 plays. At which point,
see what that Hilton defense can come up with, Eric. We got Emler's in there out one side. Benson and Crumley ready to make a play. Dive to Reeves, and he's in for the score.
Not by much, Mike. Not by much, but we see the official hands go up.
And you think that Edison is going to go for the 2-point conversion here. I don't even see a kicking tee on their bench. That's why I'm going to say that.
I would suspect they are too, Mike. We haven't seen it all game.
And overtime wasn't supposed to be that quick. I mean, they're supposed to score like bing bang like that. I almost thought he was in on the first carry, but in the second carry, Reeves definitely was in for the score.
Well, we were treated to our first dose of the overtime experience against Irondequoit, in which point it took both teams the full 4 plays to get in towards the end zone. Irondequoit electing to go for a field goal, and then Hilton had the opportunity, and I think it was on either the 3rd or 4th play that they put it in the end zone for the win, which advanced them into the sectionals against Batavia.
And for those just joining us, Edison has just scored a touchdown in overtime on their 2nd play. Now they'll have an extra point of which to either go for 2 or kick an extra point to make it 19-12 or 20-12 on the 2-point conversion. Hilton then he has a chance to score from the 10-yard line in 4 plays. Hilton is going to need a touchdown, of course, and either 1 point, extra point to tie it, to win it, or a 2-point to tie it to win it. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Holy cow. These are goofy situations, and they call for goofy measures.
Coach Harmon trotting out the field as he gets his defensive squad aligned. Obviously going for the 2-point conversion. Let's see what happens here.
As Clybourne goes in motion, Terry Wilson is deep in the eye, gets the same pitch that got him down to the 1, leaps again, and he'll be stopped at the 3-yard line.
I think he was trying to leap that in from the 3 yards, Mike. He wasn't going to make it this time. Now comes in nail-biting time for Edison. Hilton has 4 plays in which to put this ball into the end zone. At which point, they have a decision to make.
You know, it's like that Billy Joel song. Pressure.
Who sings that song?
Billy Joel?
Let's keep it that way.
I thought you were questioning me, and then... Are you threatening me?
Cold Lacey dig here in overtime. I'm getting a little cantankerous, Mike.
The Cadets at the 10-yard line come out with their offense, led by Sean Hearn, the center.
Come on
John
now.
Starwald with quarterback. Does Hilton have enough?
A lot of Hilton faithful coming out to join the
Amon's
game
doing his
tonight.
cheerleading from the opposite sideline. Edison defenders, they're getting their crowd going. Crowd's getting up cheering. Tim Starwald comes out, split to the left. Mike Sherwin to the right. Tony Streb and John Crumley in the backfield. And, of course, John Starwald under center. Pitch to Tony. Nice block by Tim Starwald. We're going to have a flag. Streb's bounced out after a 2-yard loss, and I don't like the sight of that flag because I think I know where it's going.
It's going to go against Hilton as a whole.
I think it's going to be a hold or a clip against, I think it was maybe, I don't really know who it was.
It's going to be clipping call against Hilton, Mike. They're going to lose some yardage on this. That's going to make the task a little bit more
That kills
difficult.
you. I mean, now it's not a 1st and 4 to score from the 10. You're looking at a 1st and 4 from the 25, or was it from the point of the foul?
4 plays to score from the 10.
It's past my bedtime, can't you tell?
You got 3 plays to score from wherever they're going to place the ball here.
Wait a second. Let me get that straight again. It's like 8 plays from the 4.
Boy,
yeah,
boy,
that is
15
huge
yards.
freaking penalty. God, that's going to send them back almost to the 29-yard line. Well, you got 3 plays in which to do it. You got a clip against the Cadets, obviously, is the call.
Mike,
So-
I would immediately go to the air here.
I think so, too. Yeah, the pass has looked great for Hilton tonight. I mean, the fake pitch, the slant, strap right down the field has worked.
I'm surprised that they've tried to bounce the play out to the outside. They haven't had any success running the ball to either sideline tonight.
65 there on the track.
You see 65. I think if he wants to be a cheerleader, he should go join him. That's why his teammates
The
are playing the
Cadets,
game.
John Starwald first and goal from the 28. Play pass to prime time. He's down to the 17-yard line. Gain of 11.
2 more plays, Mike.
All we need is 1 play, Rodney, or 1 pin, Rodney.
There's that slant pattern that you wanted to see
Yeah.
earlier in the game.
Starwald throws it very effectively.
There's a pickup of close to 10 yards, I believe.
I
10,
think,
11 yards.
and I think on this play, I think Edison's going to give him more room, probably a 5 to 8 yard cushion once again. So you're thinking they may get down, they're probably going to get down inside the 10 on the completion. Who knows? Could be a touchdown, could be an interception, and it could be a fumble. I don't know. Wishbone formation. John Starwald drops right back. It's in the corner for sure. It's caught, and he's in for the score!
Prime time.
Prime time, prime time. Oh boy, Mike Sherwin from John Starwald. It's pandemonium. A 17-yard touchdown strike from John Starwald to Mike Sherwin has just tied the ball game at 18 apiece in overtime. Prime
Very nicely
time.
done.
Oh my.
That Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink player of the game, whatever you guys call it.
I don't know
it's
where
just
we're
changed
going.
hands
I have
again.
no idea where it's going now.
It's just changed hands with that play right there, baby.
Well, we'll all have our vote at the end of the game, and as we know now, the game isn't over. A.J. Pilato's got to attempt this extra point.
I have faith. Lightning can't strike 3 times in one game. It cannot happen, Mike. We see A.J. Pilato pacing the sidelines again. He looks nervous as a cat out there. You got to just be out there and relax. Kick that ball up. He's been kicking well. It's just got to have a little protection.
Right, exactly. It's not his fault these kicks aren't going up and good.
You don't go too far, A.J. Your leg will get tired getting all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
And pending the outcome of this game, Channel 12 will try to get access to the field for post-game interviews, comments.
This will be a fantastic finish, Mike, if this happens here.
Yes, it will.
And I suggest that we keep their eye on number 86 and 65 for Edison Tech to see their emotional play. Come on, AJ, this is the time to do it now, baby. This is for all the marbles.
Oh, look at the cadet team is all huddled on one knee over there. They're obviously,
they gotta have it.
Their thoughts and prayers are in there. Holding hands. The opponent's on, kick is up. Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh!
Did they get a piece of that, Mike? Did they get a piece
Yes,
of that? I can't
they
believe this is
did.
happening. 3 times in one game. That is unheard of. What
That
is the
is
problem?
unheard of. I have no idea. I just think it may be the great leaping ability and the speed of Edison. It is just coming through like gangbusters. That is not giving the Hilton kicking game enough time, but we're going to go back to overtime. Guys, we got another tape there in the camcorder. We might need one.
Mike, there's an obvious breakdown somewhere along the offensive line, or if it is just leaping ability. I don't think the kicks are on that lower trajectory. Somebody's gotten in there.
Well, as an old lineman, weren't you taught to just go at their knees on that and just get them down? So they
Sure,
catch
you
up
want
on
to keep them down as low as you can. Obviously, somebody's getting enough penetration. That one, they got a couple fingers on apparently. Either that or AJ just missed a kick. But I think somebody did get some hands on it. I can't believe this. Now the overtime's really coming to crunch time. Maybe we'll come down to the southern end zone now. Try it from this end. 4 more plays to get the ball in. The other team is going to take possession. What are they trying to do to me?
What do you mean, what are they trying to do to you?
This game should have been wrapped up in regulation.
They should have. I really don't know who deserves to win it. We're looking at 10:25 right now. I'm back. I'm obviously past my bedtime. This is just too much pressure from one Channel 12 sports staff to take over in one season.
Neither team willing to concede defeat here.
Exactly. Chicken wings are getting cold.
Beer is getting warm.
We're starting to get a little cold. Our comments are getting stale. I'm speechless. I really don't know what else is. We've been through one overtime and talked our way through it because we complained about how bad the overtime system was, but this is obviously
how excitable we get over it. That's why I kind of say it adds a little bit of an excitement to it. Otherwise, you're fighting out in the midfield.
Oh, and this is weird. Now Hilton switches over and will get the ball first to start the second series, which is, alternating possession.
Well, Mike, I got to stand again because I'm getting too fired up.
John Starwald under center, gives it to Tony Strab. Oh boy, he just got popped at about the 8-yard line. Gain a couple.
They went back to the run there, Mike, right off the bat.
It's a nice situation they're facing now, 2nd and 8 versus 1st and 24, whatever it was in the first overtime.
With the success they're having on their passing game, Mike, I wouldn't be amiss to see them go for it right now. Putting the ball in the air, that is.
And he barely gained a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and goal to go from the 9, we shall say. Overtime. U of R. Starwald back to pass. He's flushed. Looking. And it's intended receiver is his brother, Tim Starwald. And Shamar Johnson, number 80 for Edison, was there to make the play. And that was a nice play by, what Starwald are we talking about? The receiver. Okay. Tim Starwald to knock that ball away from the defender.
I think it was an ill-advised pass there, Mike. It's hard for me to say. I've never been in a quarterback position before, but
obviously,
I mean, he was covered like a blanket. You limited yourself to one corner in the end zone, and the guy was covered like a blanket. I think you're better off at that point trying to run the ball. Well, then, I'm not down on the field either. I'll just continue to ramble on.
Keep going. Okay, 3rd and 9 here for the Cadets. 3rd and goal to go from the 9. They've got to score a touchdown or kick a field goal. Pass to Streb. Picked off by number 30. Terry Wilson or not? It looked like it was intercepted. Now, I believe in this situation, Hilton goes on defense, even though they have one offensive play left. And yes, that will be an interception, and Edison will take over on the series. If they score a touchdown or kick a field goal, folks, this ball game is over. In the first overtime period, Reeves scored from 1 yard out. The extra point, 2-point conversion was no good. The Cadets on a 3rd and 17, I don't know what it was. Nice throw from John Starwald to Mike Sherwin for a touchdown. Extra point was once again blocked, tying the game at 18 apiece. We're now in our second overtime. Hilton on their first offensive possession. Picked off on the 3rd play. Now Edison has the ball.
Looks like, Mike, they went back to the same play that Hilton scored on at the end of regulation.
I think you're right, and however this game does end up, I really think this is going to be a really tough loss for the Cadets if they do lose this ball game, because they did have control of the game in a couple situations here. Obviously in regulation with the blocked extra point, and then once again in overtime. And we hope that they do end up coming out on top. But they have played up to Edison.
Oh, sure.
And if not better than Edison.
By far. I think a better coach team, better school team. But I mean, they came in as the underdog in this game, and by far, I feel they've dominated the game, at least in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
They've had more time, and it's unfortunate they've had more opportunity to win the game and have not to this point.
Correct. And I think you make a good point. Edison does have by far the better athletes. The Cadets do it on fundamentals, organization, and good team play. And that's brought them a long way in the 6 years under Lipani. First and goal to go from the 10-yard line for Edison. They line up in an I formation. Claiborne goes in motion, as he has done all evening. There's a pitch to Terry Wilson. Tim Starwell is there to make the play. Nice tackle at the 14-yard line.
That a boy, Starwell, dropping him for a loss right there, about 2 or 3 yards. Big play, Mike, on first down.
Beautiful play. Tim Starwell was there to string it up, make the hit. Phil Trubia came on and finished him off. Loss of 3, bringing up a 2nd and 13. And this is what's interesting, because I think so far the passing game has looked better for the Cadets tonight than it has for Edison.
And that's unusual in itself.
Yes, and so I think if you can put Edison in a passing situation, as they're going to probably be, maybe even on this play, we'll wait and see.
I don't know. They
might be in a good position.
I don't think they're going to go to the pass yet, Mike.
No, I think they're going to run another play.
A little mix-up in the backfield. Dropping for another loss. Very nicely done. Lost for another couple yards.
Phil Trubia makes the play on the carrier, Terry Wilson. The play took too long to develop, and Trubia just bursted in there from his defensive end position and made the tackle. Edison will call a timeout right now, and Trubia has just been making plays. All he does is make big plays these last 2 weeks. Interception last week, fumble recovery tonight in the first half. Nice big play right there.
There was a miscue in the backfield there, Mike, between the quarterback and the ball carrier. They were face to face, face mask to face mask. Couldn't get the ball off. Now Hilton is in relatively decent position.
Yes.
It's going to be 3rd down and
16.
Goal from the 16-17.
Right, and here is the passing situation, as I was talking to you earlier. And this does favor the Cadets. Prime time is just waiting back there at that safety position.
But I bet in the back of their minds, though, they got to be thinking that any of those running backs there for Edison can make that play. They could scamper to 16, 17 yards and put it in. You got to be leery of that also, Mike. And they got 2 plays that put it in the end zone from here.
Yes, they do. For those just joining us, we're in our second overtime period at Fauver Stadium to decide if it's the Section 5 Class BB Championship. Edison has 2 plays in which to score from the 16.
Big play, Mike, on first down.
Beautiful play. Tim Starwell was there to string it up, make the hit. Phil Trubia came on and finished him off. Loss of 3, bringing up a 2nd and 13. And this is what's interesting, because I think so far the passing game has looked better for the Cadets tonight than it has for Edison.
And that's unusual in itself.
Yes, and so I think if you can put Edison in a passing situation, as they're going to probably be, maybe even on this play, we'll wait and see.
I don't know. They
might be in a good position.
I don't think they're going to go to the pass yet, Mike.
No, I think they're going to run another play.
A little mix-up in the backfield. Dropping for another loss. Very nicely done. Lost for another couple yards.
Phil Trubia makes the play on the carrier, Terry Wilson. The play took too long to develop, and Trubia just bursted in there from his defensive end position and made the tackle. Edison will call a timeout right now, and Trubia has just been making plays. All he does is make big plays these last 2 weeks. Interception last week, fumble recovery tonight in the first half. Nice big play right there.
There was a miscue in the backfield there, Mike, between the quarterback and the ball carrier. They were face to face, face mask to face mask. Couldn't get the ball off. Now Hilton is in relatively decent position.
Yes.
It's going to be third down and
16.
goal from the 16, 16-17.
Right, and here is the passing situation as I was talking to you earlier. And this does favor the Cadets. Prime time is just waiting back there at that safety position.
But right in the back of their minds, though, they got to be thinking that any of those running backs there for Edison can make that play. They could scamper to 16, 17 yards and put it in. You got to be leery of that also, Mike. And they got 2 plays that put it in the end zone from here.
Yes, they do. For those just joining us, we're in our second overtime period at Fauver Stadium to decide if the Section 5 Class BB Championship. Edison has 2 plays in which to score from the 16-yard line, and they will be the champion if they do score. If Edison is stopped, then I believe Edison will get the ball for the next overtime, and we'll go 3 overtimes. And whoever scores first, stops the other, becomes the champion. Quarterback. Scrimmage. Green is back to pass. He's in the right corner looking for Shamar Johnson. He's defended well, and it is incomplete. Whoa. Coverage.
That was closer than I thought, Mike.
Whoa.
Closer than I thought.
Jeff Smith was on the coverage there in the end zone, and that was close. Good tight coverage. 4th and 17. They're not going to kick it.
I don't think so, Mike. They're going to go, obviously, one more play towards the end zone. Let's see what happens.
But third overtime. This is getting about to be as long as a whole nother quarter. You know, I think this is what Pat Skyner said last week. He said if they played the chicken dance, he was leaving. And that's what they're playing right now in the crowd.
Look, I've been to weddings for the last 3 weekends in a row. This is my one Saturday night off.
Probably killing you right now, isn't it?
This song's killing me now, Mike.
No.
Nervous and jerky.
Do-si-do, your partner, Chan.
The way we're packed in this booth, none of us can move. Don't even start swinging.
Oh, the cheerleaders are swinging her around and around, enjoying this chicken dance.
Chicken wing.
Chicken
wings.
Here we go.
Put my plug in for Tutsville, located for Wegman Road and Buffalo Road in the heart of Gates. I'd like to say hello to the Nucci brothers.
So does Channel 12. Chicken dance is rolling, timeouts ending.
Bet you didn't know, but it is also the second home of the Hilton coaching staff.
It was Tuts.
Tutsville.
They frequent that parlor. We're going to have a field goal. I think we're going to see a fake here. I mean, we're talking a 35-yard field goal from number 12, Simmons. The quarterback's the holder. You figure it out.
Well, you never know. This could be the one that's going to break the storm. We haven't seen it all day, but no one says they can't do it.
I don't know. We'll see. There's the snap. Oh, boy. It's a messed up. Simmons gets it at the 35. He's pursued there by Cliff Mans. He's down the side. Knocked out about as hard. And there's this good hard defense by number 42, Bob Streb. Making the plays on offense, making the plays on defense. He just popped him.
He rocked his world.
Oh.
See ya. You hit him any hard.
Oh, my. I don't think Foreman's throwing that hard of punches against Moore right now. Woo. Woo. And we'll go to a third overtime here.
That's why we haven't seen the kicking game, Mike. It's a little rusty at this point of the game.
Even for a fake, that looked bad. Yeah, maybe they could kick the field goals, extra points. They just have a hard time snapping it.
What do you do now?
I don't know. I think Edison's going to get it back again, but they switched the first couple times, so it looks like Edison will get the ball back to start the third overtime period.
If it keeps going, Pat, they put him in a steel cage match. The coaches go at it, bring in anything you want. First man climbs out of the top wins.
And I really don't know if Channel 12 has enough videotape left in our budget right now to cover the rest of this game. after I pay the season's bonuses, I don't know if there'll be anything left for an extra videotape for tonight's game, because this isn't ending anytime soon.
Well, maybe you should go talk to Pete, the cameraman, and ask him to cut tape so we don't miss the fantastic finish.
Hey, guess what? Hey, Pete, if you're listening, if you want to cut tape, give us that big pound on the side door here, and we'll know you're cutting it off. But if we got enough, as you can see, we'll keep rolling.
You're the epitome of laziness. You won't even get up and talk to him. You do that right there.
All right, hold on. I'll be back.
It's a long 5-foot walk, though, that Mike's got to go on right now.
It's what?
It's a long 5-foot walk to talk to our cameraman.
Go, dude! What do you got, dude?
How are you going to get excited for the Rams game tomorrow? You're going to blow it all here.
I know, I have. I lost my voice. Well, Mike, what we got is a prognosis.
Prognosis is we've ran out of one tape and we're on our second one right now.
Oh, we got plenty
So the
of time.
Channel 12 budget is all used up for the 1994 fall season. Edison, as we said, they'll have the ball on in this third overtime. For those just joining us, they've got 4 plays to score from the 10. They score, stop Hilton on 4 plays. They're the victor. Easier said than done. Now we're going to have an officials timeout over here. Lipani is talking really vociferously with, that's a terrible word, with Coach Harmon over there and Coach Bates. He wants an explanation over some situation. I don't know, maybe you switch sides, I don't know, for a goof.
It makes sense to me.
Maybe he's asking about the cage match rules. I think they'll throw Bates in there.
You know, I really do think Hilton is winning the battle of the crowds tonight. Partly on the fact of the Hilton cheerleaders really getting this crowd in it. Tell you, if you're a parent here, I think you really got to feel for your kid in this situation. It's just a lot of pressure on a kid at this young of an age. And right now, both teams are doing an excellent job of keeping their composure and playing football the best way they can.
Here we go, Mike.
Here we go.
First down and goal from the 10. Oh, a mix up in the backfield.
Claiborne keeps his feet going down almost to the 4-yard line. It was an odd-looking play. Took a long time to develop. Looks like the quarterback ran into the ball carrier, but...
Again, another mix-up in the backfield, but they came out. They picked up about 5 or 6 yards, Mike. Looking at second and goal from the 4.5, 5-yard line. Unfortunately, Hilton wasn't able to capitalize on their error in the backfield.
You know, basically what this game comes down to is 3 extra point misses on each team after touchdowns. And that's why we're still playing. Extra point, basic. Hard to do. Second and goal from the 5-yard line. Claiborne in motion. He's the one that got him there. Reeves, the carrier, flag. He's in for the score. He rides Ryan Benson into the end zone, but there is a flag. It went up awful quick. I don't know. Crowd's yelling for
Gotta
holding.
be something against the offensive line, Mike.
The preliminary thing is illegal motion on the Edison Tech defenders. We'll set them back 5, 2nd and 10. And we'll try it again.
Big play for Hilton right there. Could work to their favor.
And that is the call. Illegal motion against Edison Tech. Sets them back 5, 2nd and goal from the 10.
3 more plays, Mike, to put it in.
3 more plays to put it in. If they don't, and Hilton does, actually what Edison wanted to do was to set up one of those field goal attempts once again. Get another 5-yard penalty here, maybe. I don't know. I think they're going to run. They got the wide side of the field to the left side of their offense right now. Terry Wilson's been very effective in the second half. Reeves is in front of him. Claiborne in motion. He could lead the way. We don't know. There's a jump by the Hilton defense. Give to the fullback on the right side. Oh, big stick there by none other than Crumley at the 6.
Somehow, Mike, no flag was thrown on that. We saw some jumping around on the defensive line.
I think he might have gotten back in time. I don't know. I don't know how that offsides rule goes in terms of high school, college, and pro.
And it looks to be there at the 5.5, 6 yard line, Mike. Got 2 more plays to put it in from here. As the tension mounts.
As the tension mounts, I think one of the 2 plays is either going to be a dive to Reeves, and then the other one's going to be a pitch to Wilson. And I think it could come either way, because I think they're going to, well, I don't know.
You're going to see,
wait and see.
44 motion, 4s and a 5
Exactly.
line.
Exactly. Because it's going to lead them right to it. Who knows? Oh, there's a
movement. Yes. Yes.
We do have movement on the offensive line of Edison, and that will put them back 5 more, bringing up a 3rd and 11 and goal to go. And as I said, the one who's going to win this game is the team that makes the least amount of mistakes. Right now they're even until that one, so I'd have to say right now the Cadets are in charge.
Yeah, it looks like Edison has called a timeout. Third down, Mike.
There's been a lot of timeouts here, hasn't there? I think for each overtime there's an extra timeout. I don't know.
Searching the logbook.
Searching the logbook. Here we go. I'm looking through the pages. I'm on page 8.
All I can tell those listeners who are still awake that it's third.
No, they're probably awake, but they've turned the sound down on their television sets and they're just watching it all unfold. If additional, nope, that's not it. Now, what tune we got going here, Eric?
I don't know that one. Wait for 100.
Was that were you playing Jeopardy? Well, coming up at the end of the game, we'll plug our Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink player of the game. It's up for grabs right now.
Mike, I don't see any of our rivals from 8, 10, or 13 down on the field.
Well, actually, they are here, but their booths are like 3 times as big.
Oh.
They got a couple rooms down on the left side here. Channel 9's way down on the left. They stuck us way down here in the visitors press radio. We almost didn't think we were going to get here. We belong here, just as this Hilton Cadet football team belongs. 3rd and goal from the 11-yard line.
Oh, getting vocal again here.
Reeves, the fullback. Wilson, the tailback. Wilson gets the call. No, it's a fake to him. Carino pass. It's tipped.
Oh, yes!
Nicely. Woo!
Good thing it was tipped, Mike, because we would have had ourselves a little pass interference call, I think. I didn't see who tipped it, Mike.
I'm going to make a guess it was Crumley. I don't really know. We apologize to whoever the player was because that was just an exceptional play. But it was a very big play to tip that because the receiver was there. And Edison, they do come out with a kicking tee.
Come again. We see the tee in number 5's hands, Leonard Green.
You know,
see what happens. I don't know who's the kicker. I think it's number 12, Mike.
Yeah, it is 12. That's 12 Simmons. He does the place kicking as well. And he'll attempt a field goal of 27 yards here.
Let's see where that snap goes this time.
It's good. Kick is up. And it is wide left this time.
Yes. Come on, Hilton. Eric needs some chicken wings. All right. Mike, I'm on an emotional roller coaster here.
Me too.
Now you know the Hilton faithful are going to be fired up over here right in front of our booth.
And should they? I mean, and this is like the first time that Hilton's had the ball with a chance to win in overtime if they score. I think because the first time they had it, they had to score to tie.
Right.
And then this second one, they started out with it.
They need to press their advantage right here. You saw the offensive team meeting with their coaches on the sideline. Here's they come and line up with the ball. 4 plays, Mike, to go 10 yards. And listen to that crowd, Mike.
Oh, my, they're up and they're fired up.
Right here.
Strabin, the tailback. Gave to Crumley. Oh, he's down to the 6. Oh, this is getting really intense because I tell you, it takes one big burst out of number 49 and this game is over. Or a nice run around the end by 24, 25.
I don't anticipate they should be stringing this thing out. Let's go north and south. Head towards that goal line. I'd like to see the quarterback run out with the option to run and/or pass.
2nd and 7. We'll call a gain of 3 on that. Tim Starwalt lowers his shoulder. He's down inside the 5 to the 4. Tackled by Frank Weaver.
They're trying to do it the old-fashioned way, Mike, going 10 yards and using all 4 plays, getting 3 and 4 at a pop. That's all you need. We got 3rd and goal, Mike, from the 5-yard line. 2 plays, 2.5 yards apiece. That's a lot of yardage down there.
It is. Sean Hearn brings that offensive line up for this 3rd overtime. John Starwalt goes under center. Crumley in the fullback. Tony Streb will get the call over the right side. He's got room to score. He's going to score. Is he going to score?
That was it.
And it's just a...
Give me a second.
Oh, boy, that is so close.
Whoa.
Oh, man, he's got to be...
Far corner of the end zone, Mike. I thought the ball broke.
He did hit the marker. Now, whether he had his knee down and the ball was still stretched not long enough, and this is a game of inches, and what it comes down to right now is inches.
I don't even like the spot if I'm looking correctly.
I mean, I really thought he had it when he broke over there, and that once again shows the team speed of Edison to just run him down.
Well, it looks like they got less than a yard to go. I thought it was even closer than that. I couldn't tell from our point whether or not the ball broke the plane, Mike.
I'm going to say that it didn't because I thought I saw his helmet hit the pylon.
We see Coach Lipani talking to the referee right now. He doesn't look very happy with the call.
Right, and one thing as a coach is he never looks satisfied with any officials. See, now when I'm looking at the official, the head referee is sending the Hilton statistician back down to the 20 or beyond, and he's obviously down there. He's got the best look out of anybody, and he's calling it a touchdown. I don't know. But it will be 4th and goal at the 1.
We got it here, baby.
You think we
feel
should?
it?
Do you?
Feel it. It's coming out.
Are we
right
supposed to, like, hold hands here in the press box?
There'll be none of
no. I know. We're jammed in here close enough. I don't understand why we don't do it. The crowd's on their feet. Cadets are going to come up here. And they've done a lot of quarterback sneaking with 4th, 3rd and short, but
I wouldn't recommend it here.
I think you really go over big number 49. He's the senior. He wants this title. It's his to win.
Well, I don't even like the spot they got, but we got to do it.
Oh, we're going to see a timeout here and just add to the drama. I don't know. I think it's like every overtime you get 14 other timeouts because I
can sit back
down.
I'm
sit back down.
Mike.
And once again, guys, I just want you to start scrolling on your pads for the You Chocolate Drink Player of the Game because I'm really at a loss right now. It's been a... You can keep talking as we're writing. And there is a break in the action here as we're...
See Lipani now walking off to the sideline. He is joined on the sideline by Coach Todd Newman, who just came out of his press box. Coach Bates, Coach Billy Harmon.
And the Cadets come up to the goal line. 4th and goal from the 1. The crowd's getting up. Hilton Neem takes a knee. What's going to happen? John Starwalt goes under center. He gives it, and it's in for the score! Hilton has just won the Section 5 Class BB crown in overtime. That 3rd overtime. We got a fight in the end zone. I don't know what's going on over there, guys, but right now the Cadets are rejoicing and reason to be. Tony Streb has just bursted over for the score from 4th and 1 from the 1-yard line, and this Hilton team has to shock the number 1 team.
I'm sure
in Section 5. I don't know, but there's some brutal.
Best of luck to Hilton Cadets next week in the state finals at
state semifinals at the University of Buffalo. There will be an award ceremony presentation after this ball game, so stay tuned, everybody.
overtime win victory.
And this Hilton Cadet team has just shocked the Section 5 world. Right now, they are the #1 team in Section 5 this season for this 1994 season. And they deserved every penny of it. They were the man. Tony Stripe came up big in the overtime with the 4th and 1 score.
A beautiful team effort, Mike, on the part of Hilton Cadets. Beautiful team effort, well-coached game. The better team won, plain and simple.
I do think so. And I don't think we'll see any handshaking out of this ball game tonight. Right now, the Cadets enjoying their victory on their side of the field. And crowds chanting, Hilton, Hilton, right to be. They are victorious. They are Section 5 Double B champs. Just take it all in, folks. And I'm telling you, we just saw a burst of emotion from both ends of the spectrum at the end of that ball game. The Cadets elated over the victory. The Edison Tech inventors distraught over the defeat. Right now, we're going to have the handing out of the Section 5 patches. And I'm telling you, I'm in disbelief that this Hilton Cadet team really even beat this team. I know you can always, a good coaching team, a good, well-coached team can defeat a team with better athletes, but I just kind of thought that Edison had the athletes that Hilton couldn't keep up with for a whole 4 quarters and 3 overtimes.
I don't know if it comes down, Mike, to being better athletes or not. I think, you know, the football as a game is a team effort, and Hilton gels better as a team. You got a lot of freelancers on the Edison sidelines. Like I said, I think they play a better schedule. They play better competition, and the better team won. It is a team game. It was a team effort.
And Rich Lipani goes out to accept congratulations from Dick Cerrone as his team has just won the Section 5 Class BB title.
And that's nice to see because Dick Cerrone's son Robbie played with Richie Lipani at Greece Athena. And I'm sure he was pulling for him down deep.
Presenting on behalf of Class BB Section 5 Chairman Dick Cerrone, we will present the runner-up plaque and certificates to head coach Mike Nally of the Edison Inventors.
And there's Edison Tech head coach Mike Nally getting the plaque and certificates for the runners-up award here for the Class BB at the University of Rochester's Fauver Stadium. And somehow and there's Rich Lipani, the captain, Jeff Dincher, accepting the trophy on behalf of the team, holds it up high and has reason to be excited.
That's nice.
And I think we're going to have some most valuable player awards, offense and defense. And
I'm curious to see what the awards are going to be here, Mike. Who's going to get it?
Tell you, it's awful tough. I think Hilton is going to give it to.
It's a toss-up. Huh?
I don't know. You can go Streb because he made the big play at the 3rd overtime, but John Starwood has a good game, a quarterback. Sherwin a good receiving game. Crumley.
A lot of good individual efforts on the Hilton team today.
And Edison Tech, number 70, Craig Weaver, receives an award for Defensive Player of the Game. And he is one heck of an athlete. He played one heck of a ball game. Coach Bates said before the game that was going to be their hard time, is trying to control him as he was so strong and dominant in the middle of the field. And Tony Strab has just won an award for the most valuable offensive player of the game. He takes a knee, get his picture taken. Congratulations, Tony.
Your very sports of Rochester is proud to present awards to outstanding defensive lineman and outstanding defensive back of the game.
And we're going to have the outstanding defensive back and defensive line player of the game, presented by Premier Sports.
Edison Tech, number 44, Walter Clyburn.
Walter Clyburn from Edison has won Best Defensive Lineman for his team. He goes out to accept his award. And basically, he may be a linebacker. Does a lot of things for that Edison Tech defense. Most astounding defensive back. Obviously, there's no one better. Number 49, John Crumley.
He played a very solid game tonight, Mike.
Very solid. And he won this award back in '92, I believe, also. This kid knows how to play. He knows how to accept winning. There's getting a good hug from Tony Strupp. And here's the most valuable player of the game.
Presenting on behalf of Girls Football Section 5 Chairman Dick Cerrone. The game's most valuable player. For Hilton, number 21, Mike Schultz.
Prime time, prime time, prime time. Wins the most valuable player of the game award. His big catch.
Outstanding game tonight,
He
Mike.
sure did. He had a beautiful catch to set up the second touchdown of the game, which would tie it. And in overtime, in the first overtime, he had a great catch on the left side of the end zone for the score, tying the ball game. Mike Sherwin, most valuable player. Tony Strupp, best offensive player from Hilton. Best defensive linebacker or backer from Hilton, John Crumley. And the Cadets are number one on the football world tonight.
And here we got Lipani bringing his troops back. You know there's going to be some celebrating going on tonight. Rich has put himself together, a wonderful organization out at Hilton. A very class act on part of the coaches and the players. And I'm glad to be affiliated with it, Mike.
And the Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink player of the game from the Hilton Cadets is quarterback number 13, John Starwald. He had one touchdown pass to Bob Strapp, and in overtime on a 3rd and long, another touchdown to Mike Sherwin that set up the victory for the Cadets this evening. Congratulations, John. You deserve it. The Hilton Cadets getting a great cheer from their fans as they walk off the sidelines, down into the locker room holding their helmets high. And they just have reason to be nothing but pumped. And I tell you, Eric, this is some of the most triumphant music I've ever heard. It's really, really super.
But again, just as to conclude, Mike, a well-fought game on both sides of the ball out of both teams. Somebody has to lose. We went into the overtime system. We had 3 times. We had 3 overtimes tonight. Hilton came out victorious, and I do think the better team won. I wish them the best of luck next week at the University of Buffalo. Move on from there. You know who they're going to have, Mike?
No, I don't. I think they play Section 6, but I'm not really quite sure what team that'll be. It'll probably be determined tonight. And there's a girl breaking a banner off the field. It says, Hilton Cadets, it's all about heart. And Channel 12, your season is not yet over.
No.
We'll travel to the University of Buffalo for anyone who wants to drive and put up with my stuff for another weekend. We'll be glad to bring the games to you and all our fans and all our non-fans.
I'd like to expend a special thank you to Channel 12 for tonight's broadcast, and to the coaches, Coach Lipani, Bates, and Harmon, for a wonderful job tonight.
Right. And Jay, any final comments? No. No. Eric, final comments?
No, sir.
Me? No. All I have to say is Hilton once again back on the top of the football world. Last 3 seasons, 2 sectional championships. 4 of the last 6 years under Lipani. They've been here at University of Rochester in the fall. They deserve the championship. They brought it home tonight. And for all their captains, players, fans, everywhere, congratulations. And for our cameraman, Pete Jackson, our commentators, Jay Heiss and Eric Mezzapreti, and spotter Pat Heiss, this is Mike Heiss saying so long from the University of Rochester's Fauver Stadium. The Hilton Cadets are Section 5 Class BB champions once again. We'll see you next week. Prime time.